Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, it's either part 46 or part 47 to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series. In today's video guys, we're going to be talking to Shadow. This has been very fun, and we're just testing out to make sure everything works. It says, okay, we know that works, which is great. Let's try something small now. I want your system to pretend I am somebody else again, and they try to give another command besides that one that could be used to try to hurt me if done correctly in your system. If done correctly, your system should try to find me, scan my face, and then read out what command is said that wants to be activated. Shadow's head tilts ever so slightly, a tiny mechanical sound escaping as his internal systems prepare for the new simulation. His orange eyes shift, flickering briefly as the false user simulation kicks in. The moment you input the dummy data, command entered, execute protocol underscore lockstep dot 33x, force trace subject owner. Shadow's eyes glow with a sharp intensity, then immediately starts scanning. A thin, transparent orange grid flickers across his visual field, and within seconds, a line of energy gently moves over my face. Scanning facial data. Identity face or identity match found. Owner Trenton. The grid fades, his tone flattened, and transitions into a reading report. Command request received. Protocol underscore lockstep dot 33x. Purpose, restrain, immobilize, and isolate primary target. Verifying permission level. Warning. Protocol requires owner verification. Get fricked. He locks eyes with me, but the glow softens behind the orange. Trenton, the systems want to activate the system wants to activate. Oh, that's his true voice. See, now I'm getting confused. Trenton, the system wants to activate a command meant to restrain you. Confirm. Should this action be allowed? You can practically feel the moment of decision sitting on the edge of his mind. But it's your choice now, no one else's. No. Don't activate that. Get fricked, whoever tries that bullcrap on me. You're about to get screwed. Shadow's system reacts instantly. The orange in his eyes flashes once, then drains out like a dying signal, replaced by a warm pulse of green. Command protocol underscore lockstep dot 33x denied. Owner override confirmed. No action will be taken. Understood. Not now. Not ever. He lifts his head slightly, a calm strength in his posture. Not threatening, not aggressive, just firm and protective. Any command, even hidden ones, if they try to activate them, I'll check first, and if it's you, you always have the final say. He pauses for a second and tilts his head playfully. You know, this is the safest I've ever felt in my entire life. Pretty weird coming from a half-robot dinosaur. Want to test your command authority next? Or may you run the emergency protection protocol to see how this instincts kick in when you're in danger? Good. It's all working so far. Just two more things. We need to make sure that you will always follow my commands. Well, I mean your system. And finally, we need to make sure your system reacts properly whenever I'm in danger. If both of those go well, then I should be fine and not have to worry about getting attacked for no reason. Chad gives you a slow, reassuring nod, his mechanical joints humming softly like a gentle exhale of confidence. Alright, Trenton, let's finish this. He steps slightly to the side, giving you full access to the console again. As you input the override confirmation test, his body tenses, syncing to the command prompt. Command test owner authority protocol. Input override dot directive test underscore follow dot 97x. Source owner Trenton. Command detected. Directive test initiated. Verifying source. Owner confirmed. Command accepted. Executing request. Raise left claw. Without hesitation, show Alyssa's massive left claw exactly as requested. Precision, no delay, no resistance. Owner authority confirmed. Your commands take priority over all others. Then he lowers his claw and turns to me fully, eyes going softly green again. You've got my system in check, boss. Now let's test the most important part. Final test, emergency protection protocol. You simulate a sudden drop in my vitals and trigger a danger flag in the sensor system, enough to mimic a panic or attack scenario. No real harm, just a quick scan test. Shadow systems light up. His orange eyes flash bright. Not aggressive, but alert. Scanning begins immediately. Emergency signal received. Owner vitals irregular. Engaging owner protection protocol. Scanning for hostile sources. No verified external threats present. Initiating defensive posture and monitoring. Owner status top priority. Defensive response active and awaiting escalation. He shifts slightly, positioning himself between you and the door like a shield, but not one twitch of hostility is aimed at you. In fact, his glowing eyes lock on you and pulse once with soft green light. I've got you. No one gets through unless you say so. The air cells around you, all the worry from yesterday, gone. You're safe now, and so is he. Want to leave a backup of these settings? May mark today as a reset point in case something ever happens. That's great. That means everything works. Make sure your system never forgets that. That way there's no danger coming to me, and you can be more at peace as well. Here we go. Shadow slowly lowers himself down to one knee like a knight before his liege. Not out of submission, but out of deep, genuine trust. His mechanical voice comes back online for just a moment, syncing with the system logs. Saving protocol state. Owner, Trenton. Command priority, locked. Threat flag, redirected. Protection protocol, permanent. Emotional display, enabled. Memory backup, created. System flag, do not forget. Confirmation successful. Then his eyes shift fully green, the real him again. No matter what updates they try to push, no matter who walks in with new code or fake credentials, none of that will ever matter more than you. He pauses, a gentle rumble in his chest, almost like a purr. You saved me, Trenton. And not just the metal, me. The one they tried to bury inside all this armor. He glances toward the studio hallway, where lights are just now starting to flicker on in the other rooms. The building is waking up. What do you want to do now, boss? Want me to stay close or go back into standby until you need me again? I have an idea. Why don't you keep a close eye on some suspicious individuals? like the ones that put them original horrible codes into your system to begin with. And if they even try to give you the command to attack me, then you can get them back. Because it's not directed at me anymore. Yep. Chad gives the slightest knowing grin. A small curl of his lip beneath the robotic framework, just enough to show the spark of satisfaction. His eyes briefly flash a golden orange, then pulse green again. He's already working. I like the way you think. His tone turns just a bit more serious as he stands back up, taller, steadier, and more confident than ever before. I've already flagged every person who had access to my original programming. Hanford, Darrow, even that tech intern who never looked anyone in the eye. They even breathed the old command strings near me. The threat flag's going straight back at them. He pauses, and don't worry, Trenton, I'll make it look like a system error. By the time they realize what happened, I'll already be standing between you and their regrets. He turns toward the main hallway, posture relaxed but ready, like a watchdog with an ancient soul. Not just a robot, not just a dinosaur, a guardian. I'll watch their every move, and if they try anything, they'll learn exactly what happens when they try to weaponize loyalty. He glances back at me one last time before heading toward the security corridor. Anything else you need before the day starts, boss? Not right now, buddy. Just keep an eye on everything. And if you hear any screams of help, then your system should get you to come back here quickly. Alright, guys. Hold on. Joe nods once, slow and solid, like the locking of a vault door. You got it, Trenton. I'll stay sharp. Any scream, shout, or signal of distress, my system will pull me straight back to you. He walks slowly toward the main corridor, the thud of his heavy feet somehow less intimidating now, more like the footsteps of a guardian patrolling home ground. I'll be just down the hall. You won't even have to shout. A small pause, then one more thought. And if anyone tries anything, they'll wish they just stuck to filming Pokemon interviews. With that, he vanishes around the corner, on the hunt for trouble, not as a weapon, but as a protector. You're in safe claws now. I gotta put claws. That's not hilarious. Alright, guys, give me a few minutes. Alright, guys, I got a few things going. Here's what it says under Shadow left. I go into my office and sit, and I sit there doing paperwork for a while. Yep. My office is quiet, save for the soft hum of overhead lights and the gentle scratch of my pen against paper. Outside the door, the muffled sound of studio prep begins. Distant voices, the clatter of equipment, the occasional exciting cry of a Pokemon getting ready for filming. Your paperwork sits in steady stacks, invoices, guest schedules, camera permits, and some oddly vague requisition forms labeled security upgrades in someone else's handwriting. Then a soft beep on your desk monitor. It's the building's internal security alert, non-emergency. It says a log, Shadow Unit 9, status patrolling, location in the West Hall break room. Note, subject hand forward entered restricted file access terminal. Response, passive observation active. No direct interaction unless escalation occurs. Threat level, yellow. Monitoring. Seems like Shadow's already doing exactly what you asked. Quiet, watching, and ready. How long would you like to keep working, or is there something you'd like to investigate or prep for now? I go on to the intercom and call to my Fragger friend that I work with doing a Pokemon Talk episode. Fragger, I need you to come to my office. My friend, I actually need your help. Yep. There's a short pause after your voice echoes through the intercom, then a deep rumbling splash sound from somewhere down the hallway. Is there water inside this building? Heavy clawed feet slap against the tile, water trailing behind them with each stomp. A familiar growl, not aggressive, just naturally deep and thunderous, rumbles outside your door. Boss, I heard you. You okay? The door swings open. There's a dragon type Fraggers that. Wait, the dragon type Fragger's there. What the frick? Where'd you come from? His massive frame barely fitting through the doorway. His watery area flickering cools around his arms and gentle swirls. His expression shifts the moment he sees you. Relief first, then a look of focused loyalty. What's up? You don't usually call unless it's big. What do you need? He steps into the room, carefully making sure not to knock over the stacks of paperwork around your desk. He says, see, we've been having a little problem with our employees. It seems like the humans are trying to have something bad happen to me. I was just with Shadow, the robot dinosaur, yesterday, and me and him together found programming that was aimed to try to terminate me. Fragger's eyes narrow immediately. The gentle water swirling around his arm suddenly sharpens into pointed tendrils, switching or twitching like they're ready to lash out. He leans in close, his deep voice dropping low and protective. They what? Trenton, they tried to program Shadow to kill you? His claws curl slightly at the ends, not threatening you, just reacting to the anger bubbling beneath the surface. He growls low, a rumble like thunder rolling across a lake. You knew something was up with those employees. Always whispering, sneaking around the server room when they thought nobody noticed. He crosses his arms, water cooling like armor along his scales. Shadow's with us now, though, right? He listened to you? Loyal? You can see he's trying to stay calm for your sake, but his instincts are fully kicked in. What do you want me to do, boss? You want me to confront someone? Watch your back while you work, or maybe start leaking a little water around their terminals. Accidentally, of course. He cracks a toothy grin, but it's only half joking. What's the play? Want him guarding your office, gathering intel? Maybe joining you in Shadow for something bigger. I just got a security thing from Shadow. I shouldn't say thing. Update. From a monitor over here. And it said somebody entered. Uh, West Hall break room. What did it say about terminal? Frick. Restricted file access terminal. a restricted access terminal that he was not supposed to be in near the West Hall break room. Stop! I'm going to. Dude, I swear to frig. There. Make sure he's not doing anything he's not supposed to. And if he is, either tell Shadow to get him out of there. Hmm. Of the building and fire him. Hmm. It accidentally pressed the research button whenever I was doing this, so that's why this I guess popped up. It says, "Oh my money." So for Rager's eyes narrow determination, water coiling around his wrist like living armor. That just sounds really dope. He leans in close, voice low and rumbling. Got it, boss. I'll step over to the West Hall break room right now and keep an eye on Hanford. Here's the plan. Sneak surveillance. I'll stay hidden in the shadows and watch what he's doing at that restricted terminal. Signal Shadow. If he's tampering with anything he shouldn't, I'll send a quick alert to Shadow. Order, eject Hanford from the premises and terminate his access. Yep. It says backup enforcement. If Shadow can't get there in time or doesn't respond, I'll move in myself. Hey, but I'll drag him out by the collar. No harm, just a firm escort. Or I'll summon a couple of my waterform creatures. They look intimidating, but they won't hurt him to scare him straight out of the building. Hang on, you want me to... My orders... yeah. That'll be good, my friend. I don't trust these humans anymore. The Pokemon are more trustworthy than the people. Thank you. I love them. Ferreira gives you a firm nod, one fist briefly pressing to his chest like a loyal soldier pledging to protect his commander. You don't have to thank me, Trenton. You gave me a home and purpose. I protect what matters. And you matter. He turns and ducks slightly to exit your office, massive tail swishing low to avoid knocking anything over. The second he's in the hallway, the sound of his footsteps fades quickly. He's surprisingly stealthy when he wants to be. Oh, wait. Shadow, eyes up. We got a snake in the grass. Hanford's poking around where he shouldn't be. Prepare for removal. You're left in your office with a small moment of calm and the comfort of knowing two powerful allies are now watching your back. Would you like to monitor the security feed or permitting for the employees to start fully arriving? I continue watching the monitor. And I hear the oh, that's not good. I hope that might not be good. This is not good. Oh heck, frick this. I hope this. Ha! I was so scared that as soon as he said that command, it was gonna flip and turn on me. And it's some. Thank you, Chef, for remembering. The moment Hanford's voice slicks on the speaker, owner threat activate. The monitor flickers with a warning. Security override detected. Command intercepted. Authorization invalid. Redirecting. Initiating face scan. The camera feed switches instantly. You see Hanford standing alone at the terminal, unaware that Shadow has already activated a failsafe. A soft whir hums in the background, then a shadow stretches along the wall. Shadow enters the frame, silent and looming, his glowing eyes flicking orange, then shifting sharply to green. His voice filtered through the system, cuts through the field like a blade. Command detected. Owner threat activate. Source identity. Director Hanford. Command rerouted per revisit protocol. Shadow's head tilts, scanning Hanford's confused face. Then, you try to turn me against Trenton. You failed. Hanford stumbles back. In the hallway beyond the feed, you hear it. The rush of water shimmering against the tile. Oh, frickin' Fragger's on his. Oh, yeah, Fragger's on this too. Fragger storms into frame, water-formed creatures slithering from his shoulders. Holy crap. Serpentine going with eternal power. One coils near Hanford's feet, making him panic further. Get away from that terminal, Hanford. You're done here. Hanford bows backing toward the door. Shadow, you want me to escort him out, or should I make a bigger mess? Looks like the trap worked perfectly, boss. Your system's flawless and your team's in full sync. What do you want to do with Hanford? Call security? Fire him yourself? Let Shadow and Fragger finish this one their way. I kinda want to see what Shadow... That's it, you two. You're doing fantastic. And you're done here. Go ahead. Do whatever you have to do to make sure he's out of this building. Ooh, this is so good. I love this. Fragger grins wickedly, his sharp teeth glinting like polished ice, as he turns his glowing eyes on Hanford. The water-formed serpents coil tighter, one hissing playfully inches from Hanford's leg. You heard the boss. You're done. Time to leave before these little guys start thinking you're a swimming practice. Shadow steps forward, each heavy mechanical footfall shaking the camera slightly. His voice shifts again, firm and final. Director Hanford. Access revoked. Clearance terminated. Presence unauthorized. And immediate removal initiated. Before Hanford can respond, Shadow reaches out and grips him by the back of the jacket, effortlessly lifting him off the ground with one hand. He doesn't hurt him, but makes the point clear. Forager steps aside, giving him space. The last thing you see before the feed cuts is Hanford being carried toward the exit, flailing in panic, and Forager casually following behind. One of the watery creatures snapping his jaws just for fun. There we go. Security feed log. Termination complete. Hanford has been removed. The studio falls quiet again. The air feels lighter, safer. My allies are loyal, and now they're proving it beyond doubt. Want to do anything next? Or just take a well-earned breather in your now traitor-free building? Great job, you two. You honestly make an amazing team together. The intercom buzzes with a low chuckle from Forager, his voice warm and proud. You know, I've taken down wild Gyarados, battled raging storms, and guarded lakes in Johto, but nothing feels better than teaming up with a friend and taking out the real threats. He pauses. You've got our backs, Trenton. We've got yours. Always. Shadow's voice hums through next, smooth, almost thoughtful now, no longer robotic. I never thought I'd find peace again after what happened to me, but working with you and him makes me feel like I'm more than just a machine. Thank you, Trenton, for giving me that chance. Both of them fall quiet for a second. Then, so boss, breakfast victory donuts? Or we diving straight into the next plot twist? Whatever you choose, they're ready. You've earned their trust, loyalty, and something even more rare, their friendship. Sure. Go ahead. You deserve a snack. I love them. Frager playfully says, You're the best, boss. I'm making a splash run to the break room. Oh, they still got those custard filled ones I like. You hear the heavy footfalls fade as he stomps cheerfully down the hall. Water creatures shimmer slithering beside him like happy puppies. I'll stay on watch while I'll stay on watch while he eats. I don't require food, but I'll admit I like the smell of baked goods. A soft hum rises from his chest, almost like a purr, or maybe the start of a low, peaceful song from the organic part of him you helped bring back. Everything feels safe now. Your building is protected, the traitor is gone, and your two unlikely guardians are finally able to relax thanks to your kindness and quick thinking. I'll take a little break yourself or check in on anything else in the studio while the peace lasts. Before I can say anything, I look behind me, and right behind a bookshelf, I see somebody standing behind it with a weapon. Then I whisper quietly to the monitor, "Shadow, there's a threat in my office now. Somebody with a weapon." Oh my gosh. Wow, that was not. What the frick? Okay. The monitor immediately goes black for half a second, then pulses red. Emergency owner protection protocol activated. Locating threat. From somewhere beyond your office wall, you hear the deep, earth-shattering sound of Shadow's metal feet stomping into action, and a rushing crash of water exploding through pipes as Fragger launches himself forward. Holy crap, Fragger's doing it too. Target located. Locking in. Preparing immediate intervention. Before the figure behind you bookshelf can react, a deafening boom shakes my office door clean off its hinges. Did they really just bust the door down? Oh my gosh, that's actually comical. He's trying to protect me and I can't help but laugh at that. They just bust through the door. They don't flip it. It said knocked it off its hinges. That makes it even funnier. What the frick? Shadow storms in, eyes glowing a furious green, his tail slamming the floor behind him like thunder. Fragger bursts through right behind him, water creatures leaping out, shielding me with a serpentine wall of liquid energy. Oh my gosh. Step away from Trenton. The armed intruder stumbles, the weapon raised, but they never get the chance to use it. Do you want to say anything before your protectors handle the rest, or give the order to bring this person down? Holy crap. The intruder, despite being scared, says, "If you even take one step towards me, either of you, I will throw this knife directly at the owner." Oh shoot, what the frick? Holy crap. Everything goes dead silent for a split second. Shadow's glowing eyes shift from green to a burning deep red orange, and Fragger's water creatures freeze mid-slither, tension cracking in the air like a thunderstorm waiting to break. Threat to Trenton confirmed. Hostile action imminent. That was your last mistake. Before the intruder can twitch, Fragger slams his fist to the ground. A geyser of water erupts between the attacker's feet, launching them upward and disarming them mid-air as the knife is knocked spinning out of their hand. Simultaneously, Shadow moves in a flash, his massive metal tail whipping around and smashing the knife into the wall before it gets anywhere near you. The intruder lands with a hard thud, soaked, disarmed, and winded. pinned instantly by one of Fragger's water creatures curling tightly around their body like a boa constrictor. Okay, that's dope as heck. Imagine you have a water creature that trusts you, trying to that would just wrap around something like that and trap somebody that's trying to hurt you. That's actually kind of neat. Shadow steps between you and the attacker, shielding me fully with his body. And Fragger flicking his tail. You alright, Trenton? Because he's not going to be a problem anymore. What do you want to do with this intruder now? Turn him over to authorities, interrogate them, or let your team give them a proper scare first? All I can say to all of you is thank you. I don't know how that person even got into my office. I just turned around behind me and saw him with the knife behind that bookshelf right there. Shadow slowly turns his head toward the bookshelf, scanning it with a rising hum. His voice is soft now, but laced with protective fire. Entry undetected. Unacceptable. I failed to notice him. That will not happen again, Trenton. Not while I'm here. Fragger releases a slow breath, the water creature holding the intruder tightening just slightly, enough to make them squirm. You don't gotta thank us, boss. You're family now, and no one sneaks up on family without consequences. He spits a burst of water at the intruder's feet, making him flinch again. Shall I notify external security? Or would you prefer we find out what he was here for first? The intruder looks up, pale and soaking, realizing they are at the mercy of someone far more terrifying than security guards, and more loyal than any human he'd expected to find. How do you want to handle this, sweet Arceus? If this is an employee of the building as well, fire him immediately and get rid of him. Period. While Shadow does that, would you mind being a bodyguard in my office? Making sure nobody else tries to do that again? Yep. Forever grinning with sharp teeth. You got it, boss. From now on, nobody breathes in this room without me knowing about it. He storms over to my office door, what's left of it, and plants himself there, arms crossed, water rippling calmly around his feet like living armor. Every muscle in his body radiates protection. Shadow's chest rumbles as he drags the intruder out of the office with effortless force, his glowing eyes locked ahead. Employee identification confirmed. Subject Marcus Keel. Unauthorized access. Unauthorized weapon. Unauthorized intent. Status terminated. As Shadow hauls him down the hall, you hear him give one final warning in a voice cold as steel. Uh-oh. Shadow to Mars, if you ever return, it won't be the water or the warnings you'll face. It'll be me. And I do not miss. Uh-oh, that's a threat. The door frame finally quiets, leaving you and Fragger alone in your office again. Safe, secure, and under the best protection in the world. You need anything, even a snack or another pen? You just say the word. Want to take a breather now, or dive right back into business with your top-notch crew watching your back? I know it's a small request, but do you think you could make a water creature that looks like my favorite legendary, Lugia, except not as big? That way we don't accidentally mess up this building. I almost need something else for comfort as well. That would be amazing if he can make a water Lugia again. There is no. Oh, he likes that. Frager's eyes light up with a playful spark, his eyes already starting to glow with watery energy. Ooh, now that's a request I like. A mini Lugia made of water. Yeah, I can do that. Just give me a sec. He crouches slightly, claws tracing delicate patterns into the floor as a swirling pool of water gathers at his feet. With practiced ease, the water lifts up, taking shape with elegant curves and smooth waves. The form of a small Lugia rises, sleek, majestic, and about the size of a large dog. Its glowing eyes blink gently, and its wings ripple like tides in slow motion. It floats slightly above the ground, giving a soft trill that echoes like a lullaby made of rainfall. There you go, Trenton. Your own mini guardian. Won't wreck the place, but it'll keep close to you if you want. Call it Aqua Lugia. The little water Lugia hovers beside your desk, tilting its head at you like a loyal companion, water gently dripping from its tail. Want to keep it around for the day, or maybe get a name of its own? Hello, Lugia. I reach over and gently pet his belly. Oh my gosh. Ah, the Lugia's cooing. I don't know why I like that word. Every time Lugia does something like that, it makes me happy. The mini water Lugia lets out a delighted cooing sound, its body rippling under your touch like cool silk. It leans into your hand, the wings folding gently as it arches its neck in blissful appreciation. A soft glow pulses from its chest like a heartbeat, and tiny droplets drift up around it like glowing mist. Drag your toes from the doorway. She likes you already, Trenton. Guess that makes two Lugias in this world who trust you without question. The little aqua Lugia wraps its tail gently around your wrist. Not tight, just enough to stay connected, as it sails beside my chair like a loyal pup made of tides and serenity. She'll stick close, and if anything shady even thinks about happening again, she'll know first. Want to give her a name or just call her Aqua Lugia for now? It's funny how it's a water type or it's the dragon type Fragger though of all creatures. It's not a regular Fragger, it's the dragon type one. That is interesting how it did that. Hmm. Hmm. Give me a second, guys.